In the last 4 days or so, the focus of space exploration has suddenly shifted from Mars to Venus. The trigger was one research. It found that there could be life on Venus. No, we're not talking aliens. We are talking about microbes and microorganisms. You see, scientists think that Venus's atmosphere, or the Venusian atmosphere, has phosphine. What is phosphine and why is it important? Phosphine is produced by microbes, living things. At least on Earth it is. So if phosphine is found on Venus, that would mean there's life on Venus, at least the possibility of life. There is no doubt the finding is path-breaking. And if life is indeed found on this neighbor planet, then it could be among the biggest space feats of our generation. But before the world could digest this information, the story took a rather bizarre turn. One country has claimed ownership of this planet, the planet Venus. And for once, it's not China. It's too busy claiming small islands in the neighborhood. The country here is Russia. The Kremlin is calling Venus a Russian planet. On what basis, you could ask? Did Russia carry out the research that discovered phosphine on Venus? No, it did not. That study was conducted by British and American scientists. And Russian space agency Roscosmos pretty much dismissed that study. Its executive director for scientific and advanced programs, Alexander Bloshenko, said, and I quote, "Proof of life can only be obtained through contact exploration." Fair enough. So let's continue to maintain that Venus is inhospitable. Why then is Russia so interested in the planet, and why does it want ownership? Well, the Kremlin has not bothered to explain. But here is what the Russian Space Agency has put on its website, the history of Venus missions. Read the second paragraph. It says, the USSR was the only country to conduct regular exploration of Venus using on-planet stations. The first ever soft landing on another planet's surface was performed by Moscow in 1970 by the Venera 7. Roscosmos claims, and I quote again, several orbital missions and landings provided detailed data on the Venerean climate, soil, and atmosphere condition. The Soviet Venera 13 spacecraft still holds the record as the longest active spacecraft on Venus, remaining operational for 127 minutes. Well, Russia's claims are not fictional, but it misses out an important fact. Russia was not the only country to send Venus missions. NASA's Mariner 2 and Pioneer spacecraft also made their way to the Venusian atmosphere. This was in 1962 and then 1978. If the Soviet Venera 9 took the first pictures of Venus in 1975, then in 1990, a NASA spacecraft found that Venus's atmosphere was largely made of volcanic lava flow. Russia concluded its Venus mission in 1985, but Europe's Venus Express and Japan's Akatsuki have continued their Venus probe. So this first land, first claim basis does not quite apply here. We are neither living in the times of Christopher Columbus, nor is this the Cold War era. So if we were to go by Russia's land grab logic, then it might as well stake claim on the whole of space, starting with the moon, Mars. Wasn't it the Soviet Union that first landed on these surfaces as well? It's not surprising that Russia's Venus claim has been reduced to a joke. Other countries are working on sending their missions. NASA has shortlisted Da Vinci Plus and Veritas for a trip to Venus. India is already working on Chandrayaan-1 to analyze the chemistry of Venus by orbiting around the planet. Russia has included a Venus mission in its space exploration program from 2021 to 2030. This is in addition to a joint mission with the US, which is called the Venera D. So just one question. Does Russia plan to carry its flag to hoist on Venus? And from what I've read, the surface temperature of Venus can touch 471 degrees Celsius. It's hot enough to melt lead, just in case.